let's talk about passing the knee shield. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a different pass, maybe you haven't seen, but one that works really good. Okay, so of course there's this wrist battle going on. Okay, both he and I battling for the wrist, and there's me trying to get through this knee. All right, lots of different ways. You know, whether maybe I'm pushing it out of the way, trying to pull it out of the way. Okay, use some of this going on. I have a different variation that I like to use. I call it like a swim pass, because I'm basically gonna almost do like a stroke, you know, like I'm swimming. Okay, and just think about how I'm gonna do that and climb over his knee with my elbow. All right, so you know, we're here, we're working, and we're, you know, I'm going to be battling wrists. I'm going to be like a little annoying. I'm never going to let him get control of my wrist because all the things we just talked about, you know. But I'm not going to try to fight through this, all right? Because I know, you know, with this position, he has the ability to get underneath me, you know, and he has, you know, all the attacks that we just talked about, all right? So, you know, I'm just going to be here and kind of like being a little bit annoying, and then I'm looking for my opportunity to swim my elbow over his knee. Okay? Once this makes it over, I'm gonna now completely twist my body, and now I'm gonna do another stroke with my other arm. Okay? So I'm just like aiming towards the back, the shoulder. I might even just get his head a little bit. Okay? But I'm trying to, it's like a 1-2, you know? 1-2, boom, and grab as much as I can. Okay, and coming with the second arm helps you knock this leg out of the way, all right? Because as I'm reaching with this one, I'm going to be driving his knee out with that elbow, all right? Now he might kind of pull away a little bit, and so I can fall to my hip, okay? If this happens, I got all the way in, all right? Like, he's getting flattened, or he kind of went a little bit flat, and I got the knee out of my way, you know, and I'm ready to start to work my way up, look to mount, you know, whatever. Okay, how do I get completely clear? So I have a different variation to a body lock pass that I like to use. Okay, it's extremely uncomfortable. All right, everything I do on top, I try to make the person very uncomfortable. This is a good way to do it. So this arm is already going to be down on this side of his body, okay, because of where I elbowed his knee, all right? From here, I'm just going to use my hand and grab onto his body a little bit, and I'm going to start to kind of pull myself back to open up a little room for my hand to come underneath, okay? Now, I'm going to go palm down so my knuckles are up, and now I'm going to make a body lock here, all right? From here, every time I body lock, I'm always trying to squeeze my elbows in tight. Okay? I'm putting pressure with my shoulder. Now I have great control. Now from here, I can look to cut my knee out, or maybe use my foot inside the leg to peel it out. Okay? Different options. Right? And now I'm going to have this body lock control to help me stabilize the pass. Okay? So you'll feel, once you make that lock, and they're laying, you know, on your bone and your knuckles a little bit there, all right? So it's really uncomfortable, you know, as all body locks, you know, body lock passes should be. You want to position them on your arm in a way like, you know, you maybe pop their back, or you take their air out from them, all right? That's kind of what I'm going for here. But this is one that's not as expected. And if they have great defense and stuff like this, I'm not going to get a front body lock. You know, like, it's not available. Okay, you know, if he missed his knee and we got him here, all right. If he rose up on his elbow a little bit, now I got this body lock. Okay, but that's if I got past his knee. You know, then I could get that front body lock. Okay, this is like an inverted body lock, or a reverse. I don't know what yeah, reverse. With my arm coming this way instead of this way, okay? So I use the swim, elbow, head, shoulder. Find something there, okay? And as you do that, fall to your hip. Turn your body, okay? So that helps me deflect his knee off. Now I'm not gonna land in the perfect spot. He's still gonna have my leg, you know, we're a little bit off to the side, all right? He might be pushing me, you know, with his arms, like, you know, pushing against me, and, you know, I don't have too much security yet, okay? How do I get that? By locking my hands. So I'm just gonna cup onto his back, and I'm just gonna kind of retract my knee and pull him over my hand, okay? Once I get my hand through, I got this thing, all right? It doesn't matter how much, he can pull his head way back. Once I lock my hands and he's sitting on my arms, he can't move. He can't slide anywhere, all right, because he's on top of my arm. It's not his sweaty body on the back or on the mat, a sweaty back on the mat. Now he's on my arms, so there's no slide, there's no going anywhere, okay? And now, I mean, it's nothing too technical at this point. You just squeeze, make it uncomfortable, start to work your leg out. Once my knee's out, I can, you know, I can cut it out. And here we are, you know, in a pretty good position to stabilize. And any way that he turns there, you know, he's gonna kind of come right into front headlock realm, maybe give me his back, all right? You know, because I'm basically in a north-south, right? So, you know, I'm up here. If he turns over to his knees, you know, I can easily switch to the head or to the back, okay? You're gonna be in a great angle, you know, if they really fight that pass and try to turn to their knees or, you know, scramble a little bit, you're gonna be in a great spot to go to the next thing, all right? Because of how far over them you are, all right? Does that make sense? Okay? You guys need to see this again?
One more time.
All right. So, like I said, we're being annoying here, just doing whatever, and then you're all in on this, all right? Boom. Okay? Both arms, same time, elbowed out of the way. Like I said, it's not gonna be perfect. And my hand's on the floor here. It's already here, kind of blocking this knee as well, all right? So, you know, it almost looks like maybe he could take my back from here. You know, there is that back take that's kind of a little bit of a threat, but this arm is blocking that knee, all right? And what does he need to do to get to my back? He needs to get on his elbow. Levanta seu cotovelo. Yes, he needs to get on his elbow, right? Once he does that, now I got my whole lock in there, okay? Now he's going right back down. He's going right into this pressure. I roll him on top of my knuckles. All right, and you see I keep this other knee above his thigh, helping me kind of pry and wedge my knee out. Once my knee's out, just cut it. You're here. You guys will feel. You do not want to move much there.